The expectations for 2019 NBA rookie Tyler Herro weren't all that grand. After all, he was not even part of the top 10 picks of his draft class. In fact, Herro was selected 13th overall pick by the Miami Heat. But he caught the eye of everyone when he up and dropped 37 points in the Eastern Conference Finals. That was the second highest scoring total ever for a player younger than 21 years old, next to only Magic Johnson. And now the world wants to know more about this young superstar, and we're glad to oblige with this list of 10 things you didn't know about Tyler Herro. Watch till the end to find out Herro's surprise best friend in the NBA and how he lived through a harrowing time in college where his fans from high school turned against him and even threatened to harm him. But before all that, let me remind you to leave a like, subscribe, and smash the notification bell button to get the latest updates on all things related to the world of basketball. Let's start! Number 1. Tyler was pretty good at Kentucky, but he wasn't totally a standout. Before coming to the NBA, Herro played a year of college, and let's just say he's lucky to have proven himself adequate in the pro leagues. He was the 35th recruit in his class, which is unremarkable by John Calipari standards. And even though he started all 37 games and bagged an average of 14 points per game during his stint in Kentucky, he never topped any of the major categories. He did finish second in scoring, assists, and steals though, which is saying something. But he did leave his mark by dropping 24 points on Kentucky's rivals at Louisville. Just like in the NBA, he may take a chill pill on regular games, but when it matters the most, this guy delivers big. Number 2, his on-court confidence has always been off the charts. Even though he wasn't the most spectacular Wildcat during his time in Kentucky, he was the player with the best attitude you've ever seen. According to Bleacher Report, when Herro was on court, he feels like every shot he takes will go in. There was an iconic moment when an opposing player talked smack to him right before he was set to take a free throw, trying to throw him off his game. And Herro just coolly retorted, "I'm a bucket." His swagger has been with him ever since elementary school, when as a third grader he would challenge a high school senior to one-on-ones during recess. He was really that confident about his skills. Number 3, Herro might be confident on court, but he doesn't have the same energy of it. Nowadays, Tyler feels really awkward talking about his "I'm a bucket" moment in interviews. It might not look like it, but this guy is really shy when that game clock is not ticking. His friends and family would say they couldn't even get 3 or 4 sentences out of him in an intimate setting. He could play without feeling nerves in front of thousands and even millions of people, but in school, he would be terrified to deliver a 2-minute presentation in a class full of no more than 117 students. For some people, ball really is life and is on the court when they feel most alive. Herro is one of those people. Number 4. Tyler Herro managed to score 2,000 points in high school, and that's why he's a bucket. In the entire history of Wisconsin high school basketball, only 30 players have bagged 2,000 career points, but Herro wanted this achievement from the get-go. He scored an impressive 649 in his sophomore year and was consistent since he was a freshman. So by the time of his senior year, all Tyler needed were 587 points to reach 2,000. A calf injury made things a bit challenging, but he wasn't graduating without his feather on his cap. So after returning from his injury, he poured everything to score 34 points in his second to the last game, sealing the 2,000 point achievement for good. This kind of high-level play is exactly why some fans didn't take it too well when Herro decided to decommit from Wisconsin to move to Kentucky. But before this story takes a wild, dark turn, make sure you hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you won't miss any of our next exciting videos. Now, number 5. Wisconsin fans gave Herro hell for moving to Kentucky. Would you believe that Tyler's mark on Wisconsin basketball was so important that fans threatened his life when he moved to Kentucky? Yes, that's right. His house was defiled with red spray paint and people sent him letters wishing he'd get badly injured so he couldn't play for Kentucky. Then things got worse. He started getting threats to his life both on Twitter and in real life. Fans even went so far as to show up on Herro's games, bringing giant poster boards with Tyler's face plastered on a snake's body. When people weren't wishing he'd get injured or that he'd get hit by a truck, they were calling him a backstabber and a traitor. But Herro took it all in stride because number 6, Herro actually likes it when people hate him. In an interview, Tyler said he plays better when he knows people are rooting against him. He would play his best game and take his best shots when people in the stands boo him, and all he does is think to himself, "Huh? You hate me now? I'm going to make you hate me even more." Number 7. Herro likes it when people criticize him, but he is actually super hard on himself. Tyler might not care very much what other people think of him, but deep down, he is his own worst critic. His college coach John Calipari narrated in an interview that Herro apologized to him profusely after playing the worst game of his young career when Tyler only scored 2 for 11. But Calipari straightened him out, saying players are not supposed to apologize for bad game days, except when it's their attitude that's wrong. And if we know anything about Herro now, is that his attitude is the least of his problems. Number 8. Tyler Herro's surprise best friend. Now it's time to reveal who Herro's best friend is in the NBA. Ready? Well, it's none other than Jimmy Butler himself. Butler took Herro under his wing as soon as he was drafted. When Butler did off-season workouts at 4 in the morning, he would invite Herro to join him. Tyler calls Jimmy his older brother, and it's really heartwarming how they look out after each other. In fact, after Tyler put up his career-high 37 points, Butler broke out a special jersey at practice the day after. It was Herro's high school jersey. How adorable is that? Number 9. Tyler's NBA hero. Butler may be Herro's best friend in the league now, but he had different players he looked up to when he was still a Wildcat, dreaming of making it to the NBA. Among them was Devin Booker. It's not difficult to see why Booker would be Tyler's hero. After all, Devin was a Wildcat in his time too, who has since become one of the league's best guard. Herro says he watches all of Booker's games to try and model his game after Devin's. And last but not the least, Herro has 2 younger brothers that the world should watch out for. Tyler has 2 younger brothers, Austin and Miles. Both of them also play basketball, and if they're half as good as their older brothers shaping up to be, well, the NBA might eventually see a trio of heroes dominating the league in the future. So watch out, world! That's about everything you probably didn't know about Miami Heat's Tyler Herro. Please be sure to thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you loved it for more awesome content from our channel. Leave a comment down below for what you think our next video should be. Till next time, peace!